South LA. Take a look. It was a very slow, bizarre chase that went on for about 2 hours until this pit maneuver you see by the LA County Sheriff's Department. This all started in Compton. The driver was wanted for possibly driving while drunk. You can see right here, he waved his arm out the window at times holding a book. Some say it could be a Bible. Officers put out a spike strip to get the driver to stop. It ended up getting caught under his car, where he dragged it for quite some time.
Yeah, the driver made several U-turns, sometimes stopped to talk to the officers in their cars. And this is that pit maneuver one more time. And interestingly, the driver actually gave up and got out of the car before the car even came to a full stop. Look at that moment right here when he opens the door and gets out, and the car keeps on moving.
They almost ran him over.
Almost. On the ground, the person finally surrendered, obeyed the commands of deputies finally, and was eventually taken into custody.
And the public by stealing a lumber truck and circling about the community.
He's been staying in the same general area, and he's been seen waving to people on the sidewalk.
Incredibly, many pedestrians are not only enjoying the show, they're actually encouraging the performance.
Now, there's people in the media, and I think one of them just gave him a high five. Unbelievable. This semi continues up the wrong side of the road here. Cars are stopped, but I'm not sure that there's enough room for this guy to get through. There's a traffic jam ahead. One car is trying to back up as the truck heads across the median now.
A cruiser rushes forward with guns aimed at the semi's rear tires. The bullets find their mark. But an unbelievable complication is about to turn this chase into a terrifying display.
It looks like there's smoke coming from the back of the truck.
Sparks from the grinding rims have flown up to the truck's payload, igniting the cords of lumber.
Big plume of smoke now.
Within seconds, the semi turns into a rolling inferno.
And now there's flames. The truck is on fire. This is absolutely unbelievable.
Flames race up the stacks of 2x4s. 6,000 pounds of kindling on the move. The insane heat builds to an explosive level. A burning tire blows loose and rockets down the street like an unguided missile.
Oh, look at that. It's rolling free. It's completely engulfed in flames heading through that parking lot.
The suspect continues his manic parade, as if this is all just part of an act.
This is so dangerous for everybody out on the road right now.
He doesn't realize that his lethal actions are about to reap a lethal response.
You can see a police van pulling up from behind as more pieces fly off that truck.
A white van rushes in behind the fiery fugitive. Inside is a tactical team with orders to use deadly force. As the driver tries to steer his rig across the median, the truck's exposed rims get stuck on the curb. Officers know this may be their only chance.
The van's opening up. Officers are jumping out. They're rushing towards the semi. And that one officer has his gun drawn. I think he's firing.
As bullets tear through the cab, the driver stomps on the gas, panicked and confused.
He's pulling away. They don't know if he was hit or not.
He thought this was all fun and games, but it's become life and death.
Hard over the median there, and he jostles that payload.
Desperate to shake the cadre of police on his tail, he suddenly gets a terrifying idea.
Oh, the lumber spills all over the roadway.
He jerks the semi back and forth, shaking loose the truck's cargo as a blockade. His desperate act bought him some time, enough time to buy himself a lot more trouble.
There's a school bus ahead, and he charges past it, lumber falling off.
The dangling lumber strikes the back of a school bus. Inside, a jostled child is injured by the impact. No matter what it takes, police have to end this chase now, before another innocent gets caught in this guy's sights.
Oh no! Right on the tail of that sedan, he barely slows down in time.
They charge forward for another shot at him, but the driver veers wildly, cutting them off. Police make the call for sharpshooters and helicopters to take action.
There are several police airships closing in nearby. He slowed way down here. Officers are holding their position, and it looks like he's coming to a complete stop now.
Police aren't sure what to make of his sudden change of heart, but the suspect has a good reason for stopping. It turns out that the tactical assault had worked, with incredible...
Going ahead and start EMS. Going ahead and start EMS.
New footage shows how several law enforcement agencies traced a man later identified by police as Victor Tepede across 2 counties on a weekend pursuit that involved multiple carjackings. 28-year-old Tepede was facing manslaughter charges in a Central California man's death when Pittsburgh police encountered him. He escaped that night. The next day, Lafayette police approached a different vehicle reported stolen out of Pittsburgh.
We have a white truck facing eastbound, right eye of the reservoir.
Police said Tepede bolted in a white truck, driving westbound in eastbound Highway 24 lanes.
Probably about 60 miles an hour. Still right shoulder.
At Old Dam and Fish Ranch roads, Tepede allegedly crashed into an officer's car before he ditched the truck and hopped a retaining wall.
He's running towards the freeway.
Head on into Lafayette. TC, head on into Lafayette unit, look out towards the freeway.
Yeah, we need units on 24. He jumped on the 24. He's running across 24. We're in all green. Just got hit by a car. Need units on 24.
On 24, got hit by a car. We're in all Copy code 3 medic. Lafayette unit.
Attempting to carjack a white sedan.
Attempting to carjack a white sedan.
Every unit on 24. He's running up to every car we can.
All units to 24. Where was the head-on with the Lafayette car?
Medical for the Lafayette car. He's forcing entry right now into a car.
Forcing entry into a...
The car is driving off with him hanging off the car. He's entering the tunnel. Left bore of the tunnel. Or right bore of the tunnel.
Copy 215 vehicle, right bore. What's the description on that car?
It's a 4-door white Toyota Highlander. He's in the car. 215 it. He's in the tunnel now.
White Toyota Highlander, 215 it in the tunnel.
White with we lost visual. He's going through the tunnel. It's white with a sunroof.
Police said Tepede made it to eastbound 580 from Highway 13 before exiting at Keller Avenue.
It's not working well. He exited and taking a left on Keller Avenue. Actually taking a left on Keller. Left on Mountain Boulevard for Keller. Now past the Maynard, he's getting back on west on 380.
West on 580 from Mountain Boulevard.
Okay, just TC with another car
trying to go the wrong way.
Just TC with another vehicle.
Again, now he's running across the lanes of traffic, running to the south.
Southbound across 580, Footbill.
He's shedding clothes. He's running southbound up the freeway, the side of the freeway.
Southbound up the side of the freeway, shedding clothes.
There, police monitored him by air until a K-9 unit and officers on the ground closed in and took him into custody.
Contact.
Making contact.
John 20, dog bite.
Copy, dog bite.
Dog contact now.
Copy, good canine bite. Was there additional?
He looks like he's still fighting with him.
Copy, units in the physical.
41 Tom, I'm taking him into custody. He and ambulance at the end of the road where all of our patrol units are staged.
Copy, taking him into custody and A-firm, AMR to where the patrol vehicles are.
Tepede was charged with assault with a deadly weapon, 3 counts of attempted assault with a deadly weapon, resisting arrest, carjacking, attempted carjacking, evading arrest, reckless driving, probation violations, possession of stolen property, trying to harm.
Welcome back. I wanted to take you through a look at the police chase that we had early this morning. Now, you're looking at the video from early today where we had that car, the red car right here, the suspect. And this was one of the areas where he got off right there at I-25 at Thornton Parkway. Almost was caught by the officers. They were trying to join the highway. Goes southbound on Peoria. Here on Peoria, dives around. Look there at 64th Avenue. Nearly hit some other cars. And this is where I thought he was going to get caught. He ended up in a little parking lot area here that is really a no man's land near about 69th Avenue. He decides to go up into the grass over the curb there, and he can see there's no restrictions right through the little fence and then down the embankment and onto I-76. So that's how he was able to escape the side streets and then get back up on the highway. This is where he was going on I-76 for a while, stops. This is where he carjacks that family, the couple. He gets the driver's door open, gets the driver out. The passenger, she jumps out of the car right now and then goes to the side. And this is when he has that gold minivan and then drives away, back going the wrong way on I-76, nearly hitting, look at that, semis, police officers. They try to get the stop sticks out and throw it across the highway, but unfortunately they missed, and he almost missed hitting a few cars. This is later on, after he drove on E-470, after he hit that state trooper. He now tries to get out of the car and tries to carjack that guy in the BMW. He then bumps that black car, hits this lady. This is the next car that he carjacks when he just got off of Peoria, just south of E-470. He pretends that, hey, I just hit you. I'm in an accident. What's going on? And he gets up to the woman's door. He opens it up and then rips her out, throws her to the ground, and then takes her car, and then continues on his wild chase. I was scared right there. I thought, let it go. Just let the car go. Don't go chasing after the car. He then comes into the intersection right here at Peoria and Lincoln Avenue, where he causes that accident. The car is undrivable. He jumps out, almost trapped. He wanted to get into that car there and take it again, but he was unable to because of the Douglas County deputy there. And now he's on foot, running through the front yard of that bank. He goes around the bank, slips and falls on the snow, loses his jacket, and eventually goes over to a fence where he can't get through anymore. And this is where the officers eventually get him without any other resistance, which was thankful news. So a very scary chase that lasted about 45 minutes or so this morning. And thankfully, it didn't turn out worse than it could have as we were watching this entire thing unfold.